Good morning, it's Susan at Seaside Stitches, and this morning I am wearing, I can't remember the number, I will find it and pop it in below, but it's the same pattern that I used for this. It's a Simplicity, one of the Amazing Fit ones. I can't just remember the number at the moment. So good morning, it's Friday Sews and it's about the 11th of August. I'm just late putting this together. It is the Friday. Normally I try and do it on the Thursday ready, but things have been busy. So it was my birthday on Wednesday, so there you have a bit of life. I had hoped I would have finished the Take the Chance dress for then. I wasn't pushing myself, but I just hoped I would. But I wore one of my favourite dresses. It's turned out to be just I just love the dress. It's the Yasmine Dress. It's only the Yasmine Dress bodice as it happens. I wear it quite a lot. I'll put a picture in. It's the one with big butterflies, and why I say it's not really a full Yasmine dress is that I use the sleeves from the Simplicity 8875. I use the cuffs from the Harper cardigan. I use a skirt from the 8875. Which is really high-waisted, but I cut it off half an inch above the waistline, and then I add that to the bodice, and I've done that on a couple of different things. I did it for the Westcliff dress, and I've cut it out ready for the next Yasmine dress and the purple Yasmine dress that I did last year for the So Purple to End ALZ. Now, in the hope that Michelle at Michelle Sews Again, who is awesome, isn't she amazing, and such bright colours, and what a wonderful woman and a great sewist, and she does such awesome content on her channel, and she's just updated the challenges. She usually comes on every couple of months and highlights what challenges are on for Instagram, and if you want to submit some item to one of the challenges or more of the challenges or whatever. So she does the So Purple to End ALZ, which I took part in last time, and I made 3 items, and I think she does it in September. But I do have some purple fabric now that I managed to get from Minerva. Yeah, my ear's gone better. I've opened the door. So this is the fabric. It's a Minerva. There was a Minerva sale on, as there often is, but there was a Minerva sale on Cotton Lawns, I think that's what it was, and it's quite a reasonable sale. And I thought, when I was looking through my wardrobe, I don't have much purple anymore. I used to have quite a purple dominated wardrobe, and a purple dominant, not a dominated. It's not going like you do this now. It'll be fine, this. I'm going to make a dress with it, I think, or a blouse. It's more surprising than it appears, because it's got great big blotches of these blotches, and then little blotches, little patches of the blotches, and then it swirls again. So that's that, and so that's my fabric I got from the sale. But I've also been going, yes, but it is going to be my birthday, so it is alright for me to get a pattern, and it is alright for me to get some fabric. And the pattern I've got, my very first style art pattern, and this is because Michelle did quite an in-depth vlog of style art, because in the US the patterns were on sale, I think 30% off or something like that, and she went through quite a few that I'd not seen before. And I really don't like the Hope dress. I know lots of people do, but I don't like the baggy thing under your arm. I don't like so many things about oversized things I'm not keen on, but I really did like this, and I've got a few ideas for it. I'm not saying I'll use the purple, but that feels like that's something that I would get a lot of use out of. I hope the glare isn't too much. I haven't actually opened it, it's just opened itself, so I'll take it out from the glare. Give it a minute to focus. Yeah, so I think I could have some fun with that. And even if I do it all the same, it doesn't matter. If I get the fit right, I'm going to like that. It seems quite skimmy. Yes. So for my birthday, we were intending, this is bonkers, we go drumming on a Wednesday night, or we go drumming practice on a Wednesday night. And Alan and I don't like to be late anywhere, but he particularly wants to avoid the traffic, because between here, Blackpool, Preston, and on the way to Wigan, it's mad about 5 o'clock at night, which is when we would be starting off, 5 o'clock, 5:30 to get there for 6:30. And so we set off every Wednesday at 4:30 and we arrive just in time to use the facilities at Tesco at 6 o'clock, and then we go and wait in the car park until people arrive at 6:45. So that's fine for us, but we had decided, this is how big my life is, you know, how posh we are, how flamboyant we go when it's a special birthday, because it was my 70th. And family had said, do they want us to come over? But we were fine about that. I'm fine about that anyway. So we were going to have to set off at 3:30 on Wednesday to get there so that we could go to the pub called The Raven. So in Wigan there is a pub called The Raven, and there is would I call him a baker or a chef, but someone there who is famous. Wigan in itself is famous for pies. I don't really know why. They're also famous for putting a pie on a barm cake, which I don't know what you'd call it in your area, but a roll, a tea cake, a muffin, whatever. Split it in half, shove a pie on it. There's your Wigan kebab, I believe. Anyway, they usually stop serving around 5:30, so we don't like to be there on the minutes, just in case they've run out of our cheese, potato and onion pie that we would have had with chips, peas and gravy. So that was going to be my birthday treat for my 70th. Now, wow, you know, push the boat out or what? Anyhow, the leaders weren't able to go, and there weren't going to be many people there at the drumming because people are on holiday, so they decided just to turn it into a little social and just go next door to the pub. And we thought, well, that's a long way just to go and do that and then wait for that and then go. So we revised our plans and we went to the Trafford Centre in Manchester. Now, a lot of people would be going, well, that's just as bad as going to a Wigan pub. Not that it is bad to go to a Wigan pub, but we like Wagamama, and I have issues about what I can eat and what I can't eat, and what I don't like and what I do like, and we know that we're suitably fed when we've been to a Wagamama, and we haven't been to the Trafford Centre itself since about 2018. And what was very strange, I had a lovely day, by the way, and it started off with us going for petrol, and when I went in, I went to get a bottle of water and given her my Nectar card to scan, and was holding the bottle of water but wasn't making any acknowledgement that I was going to pay for it, and she just, anyway. So this little interchange went on between us, and I said, I'm really sorry, but I'm very confused because it's my 70th, you know, I'm very old, it's my 70th birthday today, something like that. So I'm meant to be, it's all right to be forgetful. So I told one person, so then we went, and there are many different car parks and ways into the Trafford Centre, and we ended up going through John Lewis first, and we thought we'll look at the tech stuff and just engage with what phones there are and things like that, and cameras and vlogging things. So even chatting to the man there that I mentioned that it was my 70th birthday, I think got his hopes up that I might buy something expensive, but I didn't. So that was the second person I'd told it was my 70th birthday. And then what I found weird, normally if I would go to the Trafford Centre, I would be going in all the shops that sell clothes, and I would be looking at all sorts and wondering what I could have, what I could get away with having, and come away with not necessarily many, but a few garments that I wouldn't naturally just see around because of the choice of shops and everything. And I didn't even look. I didn't buy anything, except the only thing I did do was look a bit more carefully in M&S, because they were really well stocked. Now the one in Warrington, which we've been to, is quite big, but when we were down in Cornwall a couple of weeks ago, we went to the Truro one, and they weren't badly stocked for summer dresses, but nothing like they had at the Trafford Centre. All the different choices, it was really interesting, but I was looking at them to see how they were made, which pattern I could use to recreate that look, and I just found it really fascinating. And so much so, we were ready for our lunch at 11:30. So, yeah, but just the whole experience was lovely, because the waitress, I mean, I know they're selling up, or they're upselling, because they want to flatter you, because they want a tip, and they want your custom, and they want a good review and all that. But they were genuinely lovely. And oh, someone else had mentioned my hair. The day before, someone said, your hair, I love the colour of your hair. And I'd said, oh, it's a treat for my 70th birthday tomorrow. So I'd already told someone the day before. So yes, I told someone in the health food shop, someone at the counter, and then when she came with the menus, she was saying, oh, I love your hair. And I said something then, and I don't know what it was or action was, but yes, it's my 70th birthday, so this is a treat or something like that. Then she came back when we were ready to order. She came back and she said, as it's your birthday, I can offer you a glass of Prosecco or a dessert. I'm not very good with drinking. I don't drink really. I'm not saying I haven't had a nasty between last Christmas and this particular time I'm videoing. We may have shared a couple of bottles of Asti since Christmas, but that's us. Yes. So anyway, I said I'll have a dessert, please. So then she brought the food, etc., etc., whatever, and I just kept watching her walk by, and they walk miles in there. They're backwards and forwards, all of them. It's just, I just love the experience, really. And they don't fling stuff at you and stuff. But she just had a really lovely outfit, and she was only quite petite, and she had kind of like, it doesn't really matter, but kind of like harem pants, and just her little vibe was really good. And so when she came with something else, she'd asked, come to do the dessert bit. And I just said, I love your vibe, your style, your style is great, something like that. And she just said, I love your style too. You're so bright and sunny. It's like, you're like sunshine, she said. And I was like, make a note of that, Swallen. But it was just so uplifting, because I'd got that dress on that I mentioned. It's a white background and bright colours. But I also had it on with a yellow scarf. Bright ochre yellow scarf. And I was under a lamp. So I was feeling pretty pleased with myself. And I have got some nice pictures. And I'll share those with you. But there was something else. Someone admired my dress. Someone else, and I just said that I'd made it, and they were kind of in awe. It's a bit weird, isn't it, when we do this? It's like you don't know whether, should I say I've made it, should I not say I've made it? Yeah, so that's that bit really about life. It gave me a boost, and then don't know what we did other than that. So I got on with some sewing yesterday, but I keep having to take things apart on this. It isn't the pattern, because I just made one as quick as a flash with this one, absolutely as quick as a flash, but I had to alter the bodice. I decided I would try the long bodice. There's a tall or a regular, so I tried the tall on that, but it just comes just slightly on my waist. I don't like the waist bit and then the gathers, so I wanted it not quite empire, but I wanted to take some off it, and I just measured it, put the pattern back on it, decided how much I wanted off, and I just cut it. And it was perfect. But then this one I made as the regular bodice, and I thought it would be fine as it was, but when I put it together yesterday, it was just a little bit longer than I want it to be. Not dreadfully. I could have got away with it, but I thought, no, let's do it properly. So I had to take the skirt. You add the skirt done in halves. I had the skirt. You make it like that and don't join the top. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it down. So I temporarily basted, so I did cut it in the end. I temporarily basted it. I worked out where I needed it to come to. I marked it, and then I very gingerly cut it. No, I didn't cut it. I then took off the basting, took off the skirt, and then put it back on temporarily, and then did the same with the back, so that you could make sure you match it, because there's all that to do. If you get it anyway, it doesn't really matter. So then I've just basted up the side seams just to see whether it's where I want it to be, and it's lovely. I really do like it, and It feels more voluminous than the other one, but that's just because this is a more stiff fabric, more structured fabric, and I do love it. It's really nice. The only thing I've mentioned many times before, I am Princess in the Pea, and so it may be quite cosy to other people, but to me it's just slightly, I don't know. I'm aware of it, where I'm not aware of that. So that's all I've been doing sewing wise. My friend is very poorly, and her family very kindly said that I could go and visit. Her family are doing an awesome job of looking after her at home, and they're covering in shifts, and they're obviously very exhausted now, but they've got quite a way to go yet, but they're doing really well with her and for her. And they said I could go and see her. She'd love to see me, so we went, and it was just lovely to see her. And she's doing all right for the stage that she's at, and I know she's being well looked after, and she knows she's being well looked after. But she's such an awesome woman. She's made such a difference to people's lives. Lit up the room when she came on duty, and I was so pleased that I was working with someone who had some oomph about her, and we both shared the same professional standards, care standards, loving care standards, the kind of, and settling people down, giving them all the care that you could possibly give them before they settle off to sleep, in the hope that they have a comfortable night. And there's a, what do you call it, a payoff, if you like. It's not a nice word, but that's that. If they are settled, then you have a more settled night yourself, and can keep up with all the jobs you're doing when you're working on nights. People think that when you work on nights, you sit by a desk with a lamp on and you just write for a few minutes and that's it. That's not what it's like when you're working nights. But anyway, it was lovely and has been lovely. I've worked with her since. And she's influenced a lot of people's lives and encouraged a lot of people of all ages to have high standards in the care that they offer. And so she's awesome. And I was able to tell her that when I saw her. And I'd also put on my Facebook a request, just a shout out for anyone who could send healing prayers, love, support for her and her family. And I just got deluged, and that was lovely. So just even after a short time, having put that on, and when I went to see her, I'd already got 34 replies. And so I said to her, I've not just come on my own, I've brought 34 other people's love and care and prayers with me for you. And she was made up. It was lovely. So she has been with me quite a lot this week, and that's been good too. When I say with me, not with me. So yesterday I was working, and tomorrow we are going drumming, and I've just got to get my outfit ready for that. I can't think that if there's anything else sewing wise that I need to talk to you about. I've still been trying to consider what I might do with this. This is quite it's structured, it's quite firm. I think it kind of needs something a bit formal. I've got an idea. I'd love to do that. The thing I was trying to make with some IKEA curtaining, a tessuti pattern. Can't think of its name. I'll pop it down below. But I did start it, did a kind of toile on it. But then I found it far too baggy on the shoulders. So I took that in, and then I couldn't get it on. Couldn't get my arms in it to get it on. But I like the way that swings, and you've got pockets. They're on the side, but to the front of the side, if you know what I mean. They're not. I don't like pockets on my seam line. Don't like pockets that are baggy. Don't like that. Don't like anything that adds any extension to my hips. So yeah, I'm gonna work out. I thought if I can work out how to do it with the toile, I'll put a zip in the back, and then when I've got a good fit for that, I might use this for that, because I think it would be quite striking. Someone left a comment about making a jacket. I think that's quite a good idea, in a sense that it would get a good it would be quite impactful, but I don't know where I'd wear it or what I'd wear it with to kind of feel that I'd get a lot of wear out of it. But I'm still thinking, so I'm not rushing anything about it or for it, and I'm not rushing for anything about that one either. Although one day I'll just come on and I'll say I've made a Bondi t-shirt with it. So I don't know what I'm making with it. Right, so I think I will stop there, and I just hope that I'm in the frame. I hope I switched it on, and I hope you have a really good time with the rest of your day and the rest of your week. And I don't know what Jen's question is this week. I didn't get to check. I know that Alison had a question about Alison at So Like Dotty. She's done a week in the life, and that's what's inspired me today to kind of look at, could I manage to do that this week? I might be able to. She took her machine and her overlocker and all her paraphernalia to finish some dresses while she was on a course in a travel lodge. She's staying in a travel lodge, and she'd taken her machines to do some sewing after each day when she'd finished at the course. So that was interesting. I get my little worry head on of like, oh, but you can't make noise in a hotel. You can't work your machines. I know other people have done this, but it's just, I don't know. I can't grasp how you do it. But anyway. So thank you, Jen, in today in Jen's sewing room. I loved her little short that she did, that she'd made a dress. I've got the dress and I made it in a purple French terry, but she's doing a little jig about it. It crosses over. I've done a sew along for it about 2 years ago. Yeah, she looked great in it. So that's it. So I'm thanking you, Jen, for putting this hashtag together and getting this wonderful sewing community, helping people who want to watch vlogs about sewing match up with people who want to provide vlogs about sewing and life. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you, all of you who have given me a thumbs up. Have you just started the video, even if you've gone, oh no, and if you've left a comment, that's awesome. I love comments. Thank you ever so much. And I've got more subscribers again. I've got another 10 subscribers from last week. That's gorgeous. Oh yes, so I did, what did I say? Oh, so when I paid my bill I said I do have a YouTube channel. It's just a small channel about sewing, but I would like to give you a mention because you've all made my day. Because what happened was, I said I would have the sorbet, and you get 3 different ones of them. And so she brought it, and she was carrying a menu. I thought she was off somewhere else. And then when she moved the menu, it had a candle in it. So I just thought, it's just a little thing, isn't it, that makes you feel special. I know it's a gimmick, so I just want to say thank you, Wagamama at Trafford Centre. You were awesome. We had a really nice time. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye from Susan at Seaside Stitches. Bye for now.